What is up, folks? Welcome back to Factorio. Literally just restarting the game after updating my mods, one of which includes Krastorio 2. They actually did it. They actually updated the new icons, the icons for the higher tier of belts so that they match. Well done. Thank you for all of the support and the comments, especially big shout out to Bjorn, who seems to have spent their weekend watching the whole series. So thank you, that's amazing. I appreciate that a lot. Some excellent feedback in the comments, of which there's lots of good stuff here. Someone else, who was that? Someone else. I really should. Sorry, I'm a really bad creator. Jesse said you can probably delete sand faster by crafting landfill, then destroying the landfill. That, my dude, is genius. That is brilliant, and that is exactly what we're going to do right now. Let's work out if this is viable, which I'm almost certain it will be. That's a crusher. You can make landfill with sand. Oh, it's a shame that this is five belts. This is 6 high. You can make landfill with sand. Like this. It does need a bit of water as well. But it needs 50 sand to make one piece of landfill in half a second, and some water, admittedly. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's use an infinity pipe for this before I actually start using landfill and water fill. Water, there we go. Bit of power, I suppose. And even this on its own will take 5.5 belts of sand. So probably just fill it with speed modules and that's it, job done. What's the best way to do this? This train is not emptying because matter cards are not needed. This is working, but quite slowly. You almost there? How quickly are you using this? Still 5,000 in there. Alright, well, it's going to be fine anyway. This might just go 1-to-1 into the crusher. Oh, I could have cut this across by 1 tile. I still can. And then the crusher can just, that's a condenser. How many times am I going to make that mistake? Am I right? Oh, that doesn't actually crush the landfill as fast as I thought. 30 in a minute. This will make 1,800 in a minute. Okay. Or we might have to fudge this slightly. 90 in a minute. If I'm not shipping the sand, the question is maybe I do this in some sort of weird overflow system, whereby I leave this, but then if there's any excess sand, I slowly grind it away. Because the issue was that I could put the stone back here as it was, and then I can just bring stone in here and do this. There have been some suggestions about whether to just get hydrogen from the atmosphere and then you don't need this system. You recycle the chlorine without the productivity modules, or you keep the productivity modules and you burn the excess chlorine. And you just take hydrogen from the atmosphere, which could work, but you would need a lot of hydrogen condensers. But we do have the space. Let's not forget that because we're leaving gaps, we do have all of this space for hydrogen condensers. So we'll have a quick look at that once once we've worked out what's going on with this. So then we wouldn't need the sand here at all. We would potentially crush stone for the hydrogen here, or use the atmospheric condensers and just have the chlorine. That's something that we could look at. That's another option I didn't consider. And then the other issue was stone into silicon, which is absolutely 100% required. You have to use sand to make quartz. And then in our recipe book, ingredient, you need sand for glass, you need sand for quartz, landfill, which we won't need, and water electrolysis, which we potentially won't need if we get the hydrogen from the atmosphere. And then that would be the Sand Chronicles solved. Episode 4 of the Sand Chronicles would therefore be the grand finale. How's this getting on, eh? What were we waiting on? We were waiting on matter cards being done. This one. No, I'm lost. I'm lost in my own base. Okay, whatever. That does seem like the correct idea, so somehow I have to delete all of this sand, not via bots. So let's do this. I mean, I could keep some of it around for remove unfiltered items. I could keep some of the sand around for testing purposes, but that doesn't seem particularly worthwhile. Right, get rid of all the sand very slowly. I clearly need more infinity chests. I need to up the number of infinity chests that go into storage here. 50 is not enough, but it's fine. Get rid of all the sand. Get rid of all of this. This still takes a long time. Anyway. And then I mean, if I'm doing it like this, I can also get rid of all of this nonsense, which I hated. And maybe put each one into its own landfill, assembler, and then into its own crusher. That might be viable. Should I have more robots on me? Does this really bother me that much? Do I need all of these exoskeletons? I'm not sure I do. Would I rather have... What's my robot capacity at the moment? 240. Would I rather have an extra 30, another 120? Maybe. The thing is I've got 2 portable antimatter reactors here, so many big personal batteries, but then half of the jobs just get done by the house robots, because I don't really have that many house robots. I don't really have that many personal robots, so may as well. Give me another 4 personal roboports, please. Game. Personal roboport Mark 2s, that is... I've lost them. I've lost them. There they are. Give me another 4 of those. And therefore another 120 robots for a total of 360 construction robots. That was too many stacks. Anyway. Alright, and then we can decide exactly. I am moving noticeably slower. It might be time to just get a Spidertron out here that does everything as well. The Spidertron could also have lots of robots on them. The sand can therefore come out into a assembly machine. As long as it's in range of the... In range of the beacons doesn't make any sense. If anything, the crusher should be here, so the crusher is a bit more sped up. And the sand for the landfill should be like here. Which is ever so slightly out of range of the power, which is kind of annoying. But then the belt for the sand can come out here into the assembler, and then may as well just do this like this. Although not there, because then I won't get the pipes in. There makes more sense, because then I'll get the pipes in for the landfill like this. Whoops. Get rid of those. Got these now. So how quickly does that drain the battery? Because the batteries will discharge as they charge these. See, that barely did anything. I mean, I wonder if one of these would be enough. Max consumption 2 megawatts. Max consumption 5. Oh yeah, that's why I did that, because these could then in theory charge these directly and not take from the batteries at all. I mean, you can see how in this playthrough already how little of one antimatter thing we've got. I mean, it's possible you don't even need the batteries at all. I'll just keep adding more and more robots and take out the batteries, and we'll see when the critical limit is. Right, I can get rid of these now. What needs to go in here? Landfill via sand fill. That's still not crushing fast enough. Oh no, it's not crushing fast enough if it were going at max. This makes 1,500 sand. I should just do this. 1,500 sand per. I'll do it by second, is easier. 25. So then that only makes 2 landfill, because each... Sorry, the other way around here, 1 landfill in 2 seconds, ish. Because this needs 50 sand to make a landfill. But then this can crush 10 per second. Right, is that it? Am I just doing it like that instead? Just so it's neat, like this, all in rows like this, even though this is overkill for this, I could condense it all down, because one of these assembly machines could do the whole lot. But then I would have to beacon this enough to get rid of... yeah, 5.5 belts of sand, which is roughly what we had, was it not? Good lord, this is big. Yeah, it just keeps going. 5.6. Almost there. It was almost there. 5.64. So this would in fact need 1 speed module. 1 speed module alone. Alright, I'll take the speed module out just because it makes it slightly closer to the target. 600 landfill per minute needs crushing. So what does a fully beaconed crusher, what is that able to do? Oh, thanks. Ah, it keeps moving around. Fully beaconed crusher, 330. Alright, so I would need 2 crushers. With the assembly machine sort of like sandwiched in between them in some way. Like this, I guess. And just sort of... No, not like that. The exact opposite of that. It's easy. It's trivial to do. It's just making it look neat. So I guess it goes on... I guess they go on the end there like that. Another 2 crushers on there, on there. Where was I putting these? Like this. Just make the power supply even. This and this. Then the assembly machine can go... But this way still involves merging all of the belts But I can do it in a bit of a neater way, I suppose. What am I doing? Oh, I've lost. I'm lost. I'm thinking of too many things at once. How much water does this use? Doesn't need to run at full capacity. Okay, alright, so this is definitely going here now, so I can do this. Make sure to not kill myself. Can't press Q on water to bring up an offshore pump, even though that's the only thing you can build on water. And then half of the landfill comes out here, half of it comes out here. This half goes into this crusher, this half goes into this crusher. May as well use a loader, no reason to not to use a loader. This definitely doesn't output anything, right? No, of course not. Good. Put one in there as well, just so that we know for a fact that this is going to be enough. It is, at least. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, and then so instead of doing the ridiculous thing with the belts that I hated, we need to work out how many of these is one belt, roughly. 3. 3 is good enough. With the loaders it should be okay, so then every 3 needs a new belt. Oh wait, that doesn't work. This one's fine, but then this one and this one need to merge. So all this can in fact go up a bit. So then that's one section. That's another section. I mean, this is still ridiculous. Oh, why is it not divisible by 3? I'm so perturbed by this. How many of these are there? Good God. Still a lot of belts moving a lot of products, but this could go up 1 more even. Is that the right way? Probably. Is there a way to do this neatly? No, either way it's going to need a turn, so whatever. I think I hate this more than the other system of just merging them into 6 belts with all of those splitters. It's more splitters. But each sand goes through fewer splitters, I guess is the point. Each entity goes through fewer things. And I just need this, even though it's really not relevant. But I'm doing it now out of habit. Oops, didn't mean to do that. No! Just trying to be clever and do both things at once. No, I don't like it. Oh my god, a train. I wonder if this could just move slightly. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this is 5, so Suppose it would look slightly neater. Oh! There's sand coming out. Something must have happened. I suppose that would look slightly neater there. Gonna have to change that again, but 5 and then like I was gonna say like 1 in on the top and 1 in on the bottom, but now I have to change where these are coming out from. I guess that doesn't really matter either. Like this. Always do this last. Oh, now it's out of range of the beacons. Oh, that's why it was there. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. That's still not enough. Oh, it's because there's a backlog of sand. Let's wait for this backlog of sand to be sorted. Or not. Or just give these speed beacons anyway. How is this still not enough? How is this still not fast enough? This has all got beacons, it's all powered, crafting speed 11, effect source is 20. I do have singularity beacons to put down still, of course, that's always an option, but let's wait for the sand to sort itself out. Here we go, it's ever so slightly catching up now. I did say that crushing the sand felt like a waste, but once somebody said, Jesse, we need to cook. Once Jesse said that to me, I was like, actually, that's fine. Screw the sand. This is preferable to me than using the matter. Everyone who's commented was very much like, no, don't use the matter, mate. Don't use the matter. That's boring. Alright, now this should be good, right? Now this should catch up. This is definitely working. With the Krastorio mod, this landfill will stack to 500, so it kind of is okay. That is definitely counting down, and then therefore this one should also be counting down. 33, 32, 31. Alright, good. You love to see it. No issues here. This is all working at full speed. This is all working at full speed. Excellent. You could, of course, be doubly super extra super special short and put this into a chest so that you weren't reliant on this and you had a big buffer of chest here. Which, to be fair, is not a terrible idea, because then you could also set conditions to only output from the chest when it was full of landfill, and then at least you're storing landfill somewhere. So I suppose that is an option. Wires? Why aren't wires on my hotbar? I need wires a lot. Wires! Thank you. Oh, you can't connect a circuit to underground belts. There we go. Today I learned. So the landfill will just stop here and go into this chest. And so don't do anything until I have... oh, I don't know. Where am I even looking? Krastorio moves everything around. Krastorio, there we go. Landfill, oh, I don't know, 100,000? 100,000 will go in here, right? Even with the 500. There should probably be a yellow chest as well. Is there a mod? Is there a mod? Oh, I don't even have those in my... No, I thought I did. Yeah, there we go. What? The bot delivered it before the thing even decided. Should there be a mod? Could somebody be interested in making a mod with a hotkey that lets you, like, click it to give you the options for things that you can change it to? Because, like, the upgrade planner doesn't work with... But you can make an upgrade planner to do that, right? Yeah, okay. I should have just done that. Alright, you don't need a mod for that. Fine. Maybe a way to give the upgrade planner, like, give you the option for what you're doing. So, like, if you click and drag over a chest with the upgrade planner, it doesn't do anything. But if you open the upgrade planner, you can say, no, I want to turn all of my chests into storage chests. You have to manually do that step. But what about a UI thing that went, alright, if you take a blank upgrade planner and you select something that has an upgrade, but you didn't specify that upgrade, like what are you actually asking me for here? Just an idea. Just an idea. Alright, that's that sorted. Across the tracks without looking both ways. Go back to this fiasco. No path. I got rid of the station. That's right. That's right. I should is this finished? Yes. Alright, get rid of all this then. Get rid of all of this nonsense. Don't need it anymore. Problem solved. Problem solved. And you can just stay there. I'll repurpose you as a train, as far as trains go. Okay, so we wanted to decide if we're just going to make lithium with chlorine and hydrogen condensers, didn't we? So if you do it that way around, and I know this is the second time we're revisiting this, but I do remember saying 5 hours ago when I started this flipping endeavour of sand, lithium products, that this was going to be a ball ache. I hate to use gendered terms like that, but there really is no other way for me to describe it. Being the owner of balls. It's also not a gendered term, it's a sexed term. But anyway, let's not... Oh my god, what have I done? Oh my god, don't open that rabbit hole. Nobody mention anything that I just said to anybody else, ever. Okay. We need... Is this lithium on parity with this? It is. Very close to being so, at least. 74 lithium chloride per second. 74.16 lithium chloride per second. Which means we need 110 hydrogen chloride per second. We get 177 chlorine back out of the system, so we'll still definitely need to burn the chlorine. But chlorine and hydrogen are used equally in this process. There's the 40% productivity module, so 110 of this will require... Is that right? Is that just giving you 40% bonus? 672 times 1.4. Calculator is coming out. 672 times 1.4. 958.42. What? 672 times... Have I done my productivity modules wrong? 40%. Productivity plus 40% times 1.4. 940.8. Okay, I think I just pressed the wrong button before. Maybe I pressed 600. Anyway. So yes, so we need 40% less hydrogen than 110 per second. So 110 divided by 1.4 is 78.57. So 79 hydrogen per second needs to go into this to make enough hydrogen chlorine to come back out. 97. Everybody remember that number. Let's just, I'll put the decimal place in this just to be sure. 110.4 divided by 1.4, 78.85. 79 hydrogen per second via condensers. Condensers. One condenser on its own, with speed modules in, and correctly powered, 4.5 per second. The breakpoint, therefore, is 17 of these. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. Now, that also begs the question, the reason we did it to this scale is because of the amount of hydrogen chlorine we could... water electrolysis we were doing. That's right, water electrolysis. We could, in theory, scale this up so that we are making even more lithium than this. Because we know that this power plant is definitely not going to be the bottleneck. This is also not the bottleneck because we've still got room for beacons here. The only real issue was getting the spacing right of this. Because the chlorine has to come back out. And if all I'm bringing in is mineral water for this process, maybe this is the issue. Maybe I should be double checking the mineral water usage. If I do any more than that, I am asking for perhaps a bit too much mineral water in. This system is going to be using 1.3 a minute, which means the train's going to be moving around 4 divided by 1.3 number of minutes. So maybe I should leave it and not have... Maybe I should leave it like this. Just so that the mineral water trains are not going ham. But then filling fluid trains is very, very quick. It can be extremely quick. And with the amount of mineral water that we will get from these are not infinite like in vanilla. I should have specified that a lot sooner than right now. In Krastorio, the default setting is that these will eventually run out. They won't go to a minimum productivity percentage, they will run out. So we will have to bear that in mind. But that does mean that once you've put all of the pump jacks down, that is the speed that it will produce forever. Barring, obviously, changes to mining productivity, but that will slow down the further we go. The fact that it wasn't very many condensers is a good sign. $79. Why did I say 17 condensers? 18 condensers. 18 condensers is not very many at all, to the point where I could probably just put it in here in the first place. Okay. Alright, we can rearrange this now then. Or even maybe just redesign the whole thing. Do we need to redesign the whole thing? I mean, we don't need this big space here anymore. We do need the chlorine to go back into the system. There's no reason to redesign this bit. because this bit works and is what we've scaled all of the other decisions to. 24 of these. So there's no reason to redesign it. There might be a reason to move it. But all of this can go. And this may as well go as well, because the chlorine is now going to be somewhere else. The chlorine's going to be like here, in between this system, because the chlorine's not going to come from two places, the water electrolysis and the lithium. Therefore this can sort of go roughly, which means I can move everything along slightly, and this can change. Although I want to keep this because it's the right number of beacons for everything else. 79, yeah, okay. So let's sort this out, shall we? And goodbye forever. Landfill this. Let's go and have a quick check on this, see if this is all working. Yep, no sand, but lots of... oh no, the power. Yes, I know I can't reach. Just default to a ghost if it can't reach. How hard is it? And the landfill is 490. I don't think this has done anything since I last looked at it, but that's good. That's what we want. Right. I suppose I could do more because this tiles, doesn't it? Oh no, it's the mineral water. It was the mineral water that was the issue. Yeah, no, I'm going to leave it. I still 4 modules of this is still fine. Okay, get rid of you. Get rid of you. Aren't we glad that I didn't make all 4 of these? Aren't we glad that I was sensible enough to just leave it as 1? Alright, cut this. This can go just roughly there. Go quite far down, but I only need the 18 atmospheric condensers to go in. Alright, just bung that there. That's fine. Just move it across a bit. This was sort of here-ish. I suppose we could line this up a bit more with the mineral water coming out of the train station, like this. So then this is... that can go. This one is going to be the... whoa! This one, the one that's going to be different, because you're now going to go... oh, so close. There, like that. This is where designs start getting messy. I mean, I should tear the whole thing down and start again, but... and then a chemical plant... you a chemical plant? Yeah, a chemical plant there. That is the... hydrogen chlorine. That way around, I think, so that the chloride can come out here and go straight in there. Maybe a pump. Maybe a pump. Will I squeeze a pump in there? I can. Brilliant. You love to see it. Like this. And then the chlorine that comes out needs to go in a big vat somewhere. I mean, here makes the most sense. Because then it's either going this way or it's going this way to be burned. Because there will still be an excess. So then... here, is this enough? Oh, it's just enough space! There, another pump there to get it all in. Where's my squeak through mod not working anymore? I wonder if that's going to cause an issue. It's probably a better way to do it, and it probably involves a pump on either side of this. Arguably better if it was more centralized. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should move this across a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there, then I guess. Yeah, we'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. So then you go there like that, and then there like that, and then cross a bit. So then that needs to be a pump, and then this pump can be the burner pump out. So then some flare stacks this way. There won't be as much excess as there was before, but time will tell on that one, I guess. This can now be... No, it can't quite reach, but that's fine. We can just bung that there, I suppose. That powers all of the pumps. That's the chlorine in. Alright, and then the hydrogen is 18 atmospheric condensers. Oh, so close. I was about to dunk on Nilaus there. I was about to do him a hard dunk. And I miscounted. But they all need beacons. They all need a recipe. And they all need pipage. I guess I'm doing it like this. I suppose, and then I'm doing this. So I need to power the pump as well. Alright, fine. You got me. Ah, this needs seed chlorine, doesn't it? This needs to be seeded. I need a starter for 10. You shouldn't be there at all. There you go, that'll do. Ah, I need to put the water back in as well. Prod modules. Why is this not working? It's very slow to start. What we probably need is another one of those here, just to make sure that when it does get full of lithium, at least the hydrogen is still going. And then if the hydrogen fills up, it makes literally no difference. There's no hydrogen byproducts. What is going on? This should be working faster. Oh, it's because... No, wait. 81 per second. Our notes say 79. I mean, it's a bit close, but like it should be working. Oh, it's output full. It's because none of the lithium's being used. Okay, alright, okay. Let's put the water back. I suppose I could just be using the infinity pipes for testing. Like, look at this, look at what he's done here, the absolute fool. I suppose I should just be using the infinity pipes for testing purposes, but... the infinity pipes won't mimic the 1200 a second that this can do, but then 1200 a second is so much. Alright, we're back. Chlorine is making its way back into the system. That number is climbing. Its output is full, plenty of hydrogen going on. Alright, let's set this up. Only activate the pump when there is more than some arbitrary amount of chlorine. Let's say 150,000. These can of course hold 200,000, so that should be fine. These are working for a bit because whatever. Alright, the whole system... Hang on, wait. 177 chlorine per second. This needs 110. It's fine, whatever. If there's not enough flare stacks, I'll come back and add some. It will. I'm confident it'll be enough. I'm not going to overthink this bit. This will be able to burn 375 per second. There's no way. I mean, this is overkill, but you know what? It doesn't matter. The mineral water's coming in okay. You're all good. You're overproducing, so you know. These advanced chemical plants are just bonkers. Is this better? How do we feel about this, folks? I like it. This could be tidier, admittedly, but we've got a lot of space. And you know what? It doesn't need any flipping sand. So thanks to whomever suggested that. That was a Bjorner, I believe. SBC Wilson says, please make blueprints public. I will endeavour to do that as soon as I can. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm looking through the comments. Yes, lithium sends back the exact amount of chlorine needed, but obviously with the prod modules you get 40%. You could get away with hydrogen from the atmosphere and simply recycling and burning off excess chlorine. That's it, Bjorn. You nailed it. You nailed it. I was overthinking the sand for sure. It was funny because I cut the rock out and just brought the sand in. Really, the key thing here was the landfill. Crushing the sand was doable, but it felt wasteful because I was then using sand here, but also then getting rid of sand here in tandem. Just means getting rid of the sand here is fine. And landfill, you know, like I did actually start this map with no water because of whatever, but of course, this is a reverse megabase, and as such, spending time landfilling when you could just get rid of the water is irrelevant. For a real playthrough where you would actually want to have a stock of landfill, why not just build it here? Why not just keep it here? That's something that you can do. Okay. 47 minutes, 48, almost 48 minutes now. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of the comments. Thank you. If you spent your weekend watching the entire series, I am very grateful for that. New episodes Sundays and Wednesdays, did I say? Or did I say Sundays and Thursdays? I don't remember. Sundays and one point during the middle of the week, depending on how busy I am. Today's episode is obviously slightly late, as you can tell, not 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock uploads usually. I was away last night and I just come back, so this is the first opportunity I've had to record, and I did it. I will do this off stream, of course. There's no point in doing it on stream today because all I'm going to be doing is hooking stone in and getting silicon out. And that's just going to be much more efficient now that we solved the issue of doing it with sand versus stone, because we solved this and we solved this. So good stuff everybody, great work, we did it, I appreciate it a lot. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know with a like and a comment if you have any comments, and subscribe if you want to see more. Other than that, thank you so much. I'll see you next time, bye bye.